Bid to invoke special legislative powers to probe TV license controversy fails. Scientists conclude Arafat was poisoned by a radioactive substance, and a battle over the rightful owners of art works plundered by the Nazis. Good evening. A bid by mostly pan-democratic lawmakers to invoke special legislative powers to look into the free-to-air TV license controversy was voted down today. A motion aimed at forcing the government to explain why it refused to grant a license to Hong Kong television network failed by 3 votes in the functional constituencies, and alleged co-split vote system the motion failed, despite solid backing from directly elected legislators. Vicky Kung reports. And just moments ago, legislators approved a motion calling on the government to impose sanctions against the Philippines. This in response to the lack of an apology and compensation in relation to the 2010 Manila bus hijacking and hostage-taking that resulted in the deaths of 8 Hong Kong tourists. And a farm in Guangdong province, which supplies poultry to Hong Kong, is close to the home of a child who has been diagnosed with H7N9 avian flu. But Hong Kong and mainland authorities haven't decided on whether to suspend the supply of live birds. Jenny Lam reports. More people were sentenced today in a scam that cost utility companies more than $40 million. Rachel Leung reports. Overseas now. For years, the family of former Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat have been pushing for an investigation into his mysterious death in 2004. As it turns out, their hunch that he was poisoned to death was right. Sonia Artero reports. The embattled mayor of the Canadian city of Toronto returned to work Wednesday, one day after admitting he'd smoked crack cocaine. Ignoring the advice of his city council allies that he should take a leave of absence, Rob Ford showed up for work as usual. After months of evading the question, Ford admitted Tuesday he smoked crack probably a year ago when he was in a drunken stupor. But he's refused to step aside. Outside City Hall, hundreds of people protested demanding his resignation, but Ford hasn't been charged by police, so there's no legal path for critics to force him out. The tug of war is on for who lays claim to some recently discovered works of art that were plundered by the Nazis in World War II. The German government announced earlier this week that customs investigators seized works valued at $1.3 billion in a Munich home. And in sports, a big win for Arsenal in the Champions League overnight. Having narrowly lost to Borussia Dortmund at home, the Gunners were out for revenge when they travelled to Germany. Tony Sabine reports. And tonight's winning Mark 6 numbers: 4, 9, 14, 26, 30, 42, and the extra number is 21. The weather for tonight and tomorrow: it will be mainly fine. Temperatures will range between 23 and 27 degrees with moderate to fresh easterly winds. That's the news. Thanks for watching.